Mental health is a neglected topic in the Hispanic community. In some households, it's looked down upon and in most cases simply ignored. As a first generation Hispanic American, there is immense pressure placed on us to be better and to live a better life than our parents and grandparents. Our elders sacrifice so much to make it to America. They leave behind their homes, their families, and everything familiar to build something new, something more sustainable. Often they bring their trauma with them. When that trauma is never understood or processed, it shapes the lives of their children in ways that were never intended. It would be ignorant of me to claim that all Hispanic families or children share the same upbringing or ideologies. Not everyone is unable to heal from the open wounds caused by the hardships of immigration, and no two experiences are the same. I can only speak on what I have personally seen through shared experiences with other Hispanic people in my life, and try to shed light on this long-standing struggle within our community to acknowledge mental health at all. I've spoken to many people who made the journey to America, both legally and illegally. Their stories are filled with hardships, stories of fleeing circumstances that made their lives unbearable. Many were forced to abandon their childhoods and step prematurely into adulthood, all for the chance of a better life. War, famine, labor shortages, and government corruption left many with no real choice. My father came to America at 14 years old, escaping the tragedy of civil war that began in 1979 in El Salvador. He had two options: come to America or be forced to fight in the war. Child faced with such a decision while already suffering the realities of violence and loss, he left behind everything he knew, yet the war had already taken so much from him, especially his childhood. He would tell me about the countless bodies he saw rotting on the ground, the bullets whizzing mere inches from his head. That was trauma, possibly PTSD, and it's something I still see in my father today. He carries a deep anger inside of him, something he never had the chance to understand because survival demanded that he move forward and build a new life out of nothing. My point is, when survival is the only option, there's little room to place mental health at the forefront of life. Like my father, many immigrants endured similar horrors. Over time, they cope however they can. Some bury their pain deep within themselves, carrying the burden alone. Others believe they have control over it, only for the trauma to surface in ways that harm the people around them. One of the most common ways I see this trauma expressed is through substance abuse. Hispanic men and women alike fall victim to it, using substances to mask pain rather than confront it. It is a sad but very real reality in our community. There's often no therapy, no talking things out, no acknowledgement of harmful family dynamics. It is what it is, which in my opinion is a lazy term of phrase, one that encourages conformity to hardship and avoids real solutions. It is easier to ignore problems when there is food on the table and work to keep us busy, when distraction feels safer than reflection. This is where I think Maslow's hierarchy of needs proposed by Abraham Maslow helps explain so much of what we see. The theory suggests that human motivation progresses from basic survival needs to personal growth. Level 1, physiological needs, food, water, sleep, shelter. Number 2, safety needs, security, employment, health. Love and belonging is the third stage, family, friendship, community. Number 4, esteem, confidence, respect, and achievement. Number 5, self-actualization, purpose, creativity, fulfillment. People prioritize survival and safety before they can focus on emotional well-being or personal growth. And I'm not making excuses for harmful behavior, but I firmly believe that prolonged trauma can trap people in a constant state of survival. When that happens, growth is stunted, not only for them, but sometimes for those around them. A father who never had the chance to chase his dreams may see his children as foolish for chasing theirs. A mother who was never able to build a life outside of her husband's roof may judge her daughters for wanting more than motherhood. Even when life later becomes stable and nurturing, unresolved trauma can keep people mentally stuck in scarcity. Too often it falls on the children to break these generational cycles. Acknowledging feelings is difficult when no one ever modeled how to do it. Expressing sadness or anxiety to someone who's never allowed to feel their own pain can be met with anger or dismissal. Being judged for emotional vulnerability is a very real experience in our community. I believe the solution is both simple and complicated. This oxymoronic solution is something I've given tremendous thought to. Rather than forcing deep conversations that feel overwhelming or unnatural, healing can begin in smaller, gentler ways by attending to the inner child that was left behind, whether in ourselves or in our parents. Sometimes that means throwing the birthday party our elders never had, buying the small gift we always wanted as children, experiencing moments of joy that were once denied. Healing parts of the past allows us to move forward to a healthier future. Healing often requires going backwards, backwards before we can move forward. As Hispanics, we need to grow beyond the mistakes of our families and even ourselves, and begin to adopt new ways of thinking and living. Taking steps towards healthier coping mechanisms and a deeper understanding of our feelings is the only way we can address the growing mental health crisis in our community. And there's so much more I could say on this topic, but I want people to also hear from others to gain a clearer understanding of the state of mental health awareness, or the lack thereof, in our community. All I can say for certain is that it's a real problem, and I want to help my people move past it.